What up, y'all? It's your man, Abuamerican. Check it out. This is a message to the ladies. If you ever want to know why there's a dearth of men who are willing to commit, just read the Daily Mail. Yes, the dailymail.co.uk. Read that website and you'll find out why men are unwilling to commit. Now, you see, guys, you should come to understand that generally lack of commitment or the lack of desiring to commit is usually a female attribute, because females and hypergamy demands that she tries to find the best possible suitor to match her SMV, her sexual market value. But here's the thing. And you know what? You can actually see this behavior manifest itself when a woman goes shopping. Because she's always walking around looking for the best deal. And she'll go back. And she'll go to another store. Then she'll come back. And she'll go down the next aisle. And she'll go to the next store. And she'll look online. And they'll do this for like hours. Just to buy one item. Imagine what it is in terms of a man. So they're rarely ready to commit. Because they're like shopping. Like for clothes. Just like men. And this is why online dating has truly skewered the entire dating / relationship market. Mostly for non-Muslim men, but even for Muslim men, you got like all those websites out there, those matrimonial websites that really skewer the balance of reality in the relationship game. Now they're just shopping for Winky. So, women, coming back to this whole topic here. Men are unwilling to commit. If you read the Daily Mail, you'll see the signs there. How many times has a man got married? I've seen this in recent articles, like 3 or 4 articles just recently, within the past like 2 weeks, where a guy who's divorced from his wife 10 plus years, each case has been over 10 years, and he's been required to pay her millions or monthly support, and they have no children together, or they have children who are adult and now on their own, but he's still required to pay maintenance to her, or as Tom Likes would call it, vagina money. Why would a man go into that? It's a raw deal. And it's come to the point, ladies, that I think even you see it, that it's problematic. Because you find like a lot of women protesting out of it, protesting against it, because it's going to do what? It's going to make your life difficult. And I think it's too obvious nowadays. And I think you women recognize that also. That it's being done too blatantly, the unfairness. And if you don't see it as unfair, then there's something wrong with you. So women, if you got a problem with men or the lack thereof, it's not that there aren't men. You got to understand, men are highly logical and analytical. Information analysis and synthesis. We analyze information, we process it. This is a man's strong point. His strong point isn't his emotions. Generally, we deal with everything from the paradigm of anger. Frustrated, get angry. Upset, angry. Jealous, anger. Love, somehow we'll turn it into anger. It's generally because we can process anger, because that's what we're used to dealing with it as men, because testosterone, and that's what we've had to learn how to control and fight and use, as a tool to get what we want in terms of aggression, in terms of not just aggression in terms of physical aggression against a competitor, but aggression in terms of reaching our goals. We use that anger, we channel it, we work with what we have in terms of that emotion and turn it into positive energy, unless he's a man who was raised by a single mother and he doesn't know how to control this because he doesn't have a positive male example in his life on how to function with his anger, or he has a role model who himself doesn't know how to control his anger. He's just a man who lashes out and is angry, beats his woman, and this type of stuff. But generally, we are exceptionally logical beings. We don't get all that emotional stuff most of the time like women do naturally. And if you meet a man who does do that, well, then I consider something kind of off about him. Anyway, don't get mad at a man for not wanting to commit, because he's looking at the reality of the situation and the consequences, the dangers, and he's taking action accordingly. Nowadays, if a woman approaches me and says she wants to do anything other than Islamic marriage, I'm just outright suspicious, because if I love a woman and she loves me, why does the government need to get involved in that? Where do they fit in the relationship? I love you, you love me. Let's bring the government into the relationship. Are you going to be sleeping in the middle here or something? What's going on? Automatically, just because of how society has turned against men in the West, in terms of rulings and courts and settlements and whatnot and child custody, any man is going to be suspicious of a woman who automatically comes with the proposal of marriage. And he's right for being suspicious. And you should be able to see that if you just read the news. So don't be mad about men becoming commitment shy like you have. There's a reason for it. And it's not because we want to shop around. It's not because we don't want to commit. Most men want to just commit. Most men just want to, be a schlub, come home to a beautiful woman, and just, baby. And become what you probably will despise. But for him, he's looking for that. He's looking for commitment. He's looking to just, look at her, and just be happy. He just wants to love you. But he can't get that. He has to keep his shield up all times. He has to be ready for what's coming. And any man who is willing to commit that simply and that easily, well, you got your meal ticket. So the men that you want are the same men that other women want. Social proofing, we've talked about this. And those men are hip to the game, and they're not gonna commit easy, if at all. Because what's his need? So anyway, stop throwing men under the bus, saying, men are this, men are that, they're boys, they're not, no, it's not like that. Women, and I'm not saying you in specific, but in general, Western societies, women have turned against their men. And we see it in the legal system and the rulings that go against men and how men are treated in society. Or teach men not to rape. We don't need to learn how not to rape. We're automatically viewed from a paradigm of being this hostile, super aggressive, just lecherous beings. And that's not most men. That's not healthy men. So, but that's how we're treated. So don't be mad at men who don't want to commit to you in an environment like this. Don't be mad at men who go to other environments where there's an intact patriarchy and men have the rule. And those women could be oppressed, possibly. But that type of guy, he's not going to go there and oppress a woman, He's going to go there and treat her in a certain way and then find out why men oppress women. Which is because whenever a woman gets power, and you women aren't going to like what I'm about to say, y'all lose your minds. Then you start going crazy, making unreasonable demands. Your natural solipsistic nature due to hypergamy comes out. And then what does he do? And we saw this on some of the forums, some of the pickup artist forums, where the Ukraine just got burned up. Romania got burned up. Latvia got burned up. Guys from the West came over there with their schlub beta male mentality and turned all these women into entitled, Poland got messed up into a bunch of entitled little cupcakes and butterflies and unique special snowflakes. They went there and they messed up the dynamic of that a woman needs to qualify herself to a man. This is where we're going to get into the women don't like me type of talk. And the reality is, when you look at it, ladies, you're an accessory to a man's life. He doesn't need you, you need him. Tell me, other than having a child, what does he need you for? We can operate a society on our own. From engineering to roadworks to farming to cooking. The best cooks are what? Men. All the engineers, the greatest, are what? Men. Do you see where I'm going with this? We don't need women to establish what we want in life, but you need us to establish what you want in life. You are supposed to pursue men. And now men are coming to that realization, especially the ones you want the most, the valuable men, the high-valued, handsome guys. They always knew it, but now it's open. And the entire world is shifting. And this is because feminism became too obvious with their plans and their, how do you say that word? Machinations? I don't know how you say it exactly. So ladies, don't blame men for the current events and the current trends, which will only exacerbate itself as time continues. Red pill ideology is a response to feminism. And the simple fact of the matter is, men are better at logicking things out. Yes, I know that's not a real verb, but I just made it up. Than women are. And that's why red pill is having a greater effect with fewer men over a shorter period of time than feminism is. You can't go to war with someone who's better prepared than you. And we are biologically better prepared. And that's not an insult. That's not to say you're lesser. We're companions to one another. So, before I was interrupted, so, what were we saying? Logic. I lost what I was going to say. Yeah, got interrupted. Anyway, ladies, don't be mad at men for the current trend of the world. You women started the world down the path that we're on. It's automatic that, you know, that we know the famous saying, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. And red pill is the opposite reaction to feminism. And I don't think you women in general, whoever started this stuff, I know it's not all of you, but whoever champions this and championed it could see or foretell the rise of red pill ideology and how powerful it would be in such a short period of time. We're in the infancy stages of red pill ideology, and look at the impact it's having on men. How do you think this is going to turn out? It's not going to turn out well. Ladies, I encourage you, with every fiber of who and what you are, to fight feminism. Nobody's telling you to give up your right to vote, your right to equal pay. You've established all that. You need your men. And all you're doing is making adversaries. You see a feminist, I encourage you to fight her tooth and nail. End these women. Because if you don't, they're going to end you. You can't, in Europe, have like a bunch of immigrants raping women. That's what they say is going on, right? And then demand your man step up. But at the same time, you treat your man like a hostile adversary. Who are you looking to protect you? Who's going to protect you? If men are walking away and saying, hey, you know what, screw this isn't worth it, who's going to protect you? Nobody. So stop vilifying your men. I don't know. This is just a rant. Tell me what you think. Disagree? Comments? Questions? Down in the comment section. This is your man, Abuamerican. Catch my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, all that. Abuamerican. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I'm out.